we have the skeletal system, and on the right we have the muscular system. So skeletal means bones, a bony system, and this is muscular means muscle system, alright? M-U-S-C-L-E, muscle or muscles. So here you can see we have this bone, we call it frontal, alright? Frontal. And this bone, we call it temporal, P-A-O, temporal, alright? Temporal. And on this side you can see we have the nasal bone, nasal, this sound like Z, nasal means nose bone, nasal. And here we have the eye bone we call it orbit. And also we have the facial bone, face bone, we call it maxilla. So this sound is K, maxilla, alright? Mandible, alright? Mandible. So on this side, now we have to go first on this side, and then we're gonna move to the right side, okay? So actually this is the right side and this is the left side. So let's start with here. So first one is frontal, alright? Frontal bone. And this is temporal bone. And this is a sternum. So everything here is bones, okay? B-O-N-E, bone. These all are bones, alright? These all are bones. And this is costal cartilages. Can you see here? We have the costal bone and also we have the costal cartilages. And also we have xiphoid. So this sound like Z. Xiphoid, alright? Xiphoid. Process. Xiphoid process. Actually the xiphoid process is over here, alright? Here is a xiphoid process, okay? Xiphoid process. And this is a floating rib. Floating rib means rib in the air. Floating rib. And this one is lumbar vertebrae. Like we have several vertebrae from here to the top. So one we call it vertebra, and multiple we call it vertebrae. T-E-B-R-A, vertebra. And several we call it vertebrae, vertebrae, alright? Lumbar vertebrae. And this bone we call it ilium, alright? Ilium. So here we have sacrum. So there is one C extra, we're gonna cut one C. So we have S-A-C-R-U-M, sacrum, alright? And then also we have the coccyx, alright? Sacrum and the coccyx. This is the sacrum, alright? This is the sacrum and this is the coccyx. Coccyx, alright? Sacrum, coccyx. And also we have the pubis. This is pubis. So this area we call it pubis, alright? This area we call it pubis. And this one is ischium. This is ischium. Also we have femur. This is a large bone. We call it long bone. Long bone. Alright? We have a long bone, short bone, flat bone, and irregular bone. Or we call it bones. Long bones, short bones, flat bones, irregular bones. So here we just have a short and quick review. So femur, and this is patella. Patella. The knee joint, we call it patella. Alright? Patella. And this bone, we call it tibia. Tibia, fibula. Fibula. Tibia, fibula. And this bone, we call it talus. 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 Alright? So on the side, we have the nasal bone, and also we have the orbit. Then we have maxilla. Maxilla. And this is mandible. Mandible. And here we can see cervical vertebrae. So these are the cervical vertebrae, and below that we have the thoracic vertebrae. And also we have the lumbar vertebrae, then sacrum, and then coccyx. This is clavicle, cervical, clavicle, clavicle. This is vertebrae. Here we have single, we call it vertebra, multiple vertebrae. This is a true ribs. True ribs, alright? And we also have the false rib. We call it a floating rib. False rib is over here. False ribs. And this is humerus. Humerus. We have the femur over here, long bone, and also we have the long bone, humerus. And this is a false ribs. True ribs, false ribs. So the false ribs are in the air. They are not attached. So they are not attached to the sternum. The true ribs are attached to the sternum. So we call it true ribs. So here in the forearm, we have the radius. This is I, not L. Alright? Radius. Radius. I-U-S. R-A-D-I-U-S. I-U-S. Radius. This is ulna. Also in the hand, we have the carpals, then metacarpals. Okay? Carpals, metacarpals, and then we have phalanges. Phalanges. So here we have the pubic symphysis. Pubic. So this is not L, this is I, alright? Some mistake over here. So this is I. Pubic. So this I is over here, so we no need to write it here. Pubic. Pubic symphysis. Symphysis. And also here we have the metatarsals. Okay, we have the talus bone, then we have the tarsals is over here. Tarsals are here. So we have the metatarsals. These bones are called tarsals, alright? T-A-R-S-A-L-S, tarsals. Then we have the metatarsals, and then phalanges, such as you can see in the hand. We have the carpals, metacarpals, phalanges, tarsals, metatarsals, phalanges. Alright. The